Hello students. In this lecture, I will discuss today about control statements. Control statements like if statements, else statements, loop statement, breaking up statements. So we'll start from control statements. A program consists of a number of statements which are usually executed in a sequence. This type of execution is called sequential execution. But in reality, this is not always true. Program can be much more powerful if we can control the order in which statements are run. There may be a need for transfer of control during the execution of a program. This transfer of control may be conditional or it may be unconditional. An unconditional transfer of control causes the execution of program from one point in a program to some other statement inside the program. However, conditional transfers of control makes the execution selective and repetitive. The control statements may be categorized in basically three different types, like conditional branching statements, loop statements, and breaking control statement. In the case of conditional branching statement, there are four type of you can see three types of statements: if statements, else statements, else ladder, and switch case statement. And in case of loop statements, these are categorized in three types, like for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And last one is breaking control statements, that is break statement, continue statements, and go to statements. Conditional statements like if statement, if else statements. I will start from if statements. Basically, an if statement tests a particular condition. If the condition is true, then statements, a set of statements is executed. If the conditions evaluate to false, then it will come out of loop. This is used to execute a statement or a set of statement conditionally. It is a simple if statement. If it is called a one-way branching. Here, the logical condition is tested, which result in either a true or false. If the result of the logical test is true, then the statement that immediately follow if is executed. If the logical condition is false, then controls transfer to the next executable statements that immediately follow it. The condition may be expression containing constants, variable, or logical comparisons. The condition must be written within a parenthesis. Uh, the syntax for an if statement is like if condition, then it will start open brace, then we have to write statements and you have to close the statements. The condition is a logical expression that result is true or false. And statements may be a simple or a compound statements. A simple statement is a single statements. Uh, a compound statement is a collection of two or more statements placed between braces. But for a simple statement, no brackets are required. In the slide, you can see the flow chart. Uh, in this flow chart, you can see the decision box where condition is written. Uh, if condition is true, then it will execute the conditional codes. Otherwise, if condition is false, then it will go to the next statement. So this is example of is statements. With this example, I will clear your concept. You just see the program has include stdio.h conio.s. These are two header files started from void main. The first statement is open curly brace. Here there are two variables, uh, that is x and y, which are of integer type. First statement written for to input the values from keyboard, that is for x and y. Here you can see if statements. In this statements you can see here two variables x y are compared. If x is greater than y, here if it's a reserve word, and within bracket parenthesis condition is written here, that is if x is greater than y. If this condition is true, if x is greater than y, whatever value you input from a keyboard, suppose this condition is true, then it will execute first statement, that is printf x is greater. Otherwise, if this condition is not true, then it will jump to the next statement, that is if y is greater than x. If y is greater than x, then it will print y is greater. Now you can see the example here. I have entered two values, that is 6 which is assigned to y, x, and 5 which is assigned to y. Now in this case x is greater than y, then it will execute x is greater, the first statement, which is x is greater. But in another case, when we when I enter value 15 and 20, where 15 assigned to x and 20 assigned to y. In this case, the message, because second one is correct, so it will print y is greater. Now, if else statements. If else statement is basically decision making commands. It involves one condition and two course of actions. When this statement gets executed, given condition is evaluated. If it is found true, that first action get executed. On the other hand, if the given condition evaluates to false, the second statement gets executed. The example of if used, I explained you here, is considering the condition of if is true. But what happens when condition is false? Then other set of statement will be executed. That is the else part of the if statement will be executed. After this, the rest of the program continues as normal. If test a condition, the statement is executed when the condition is true. Otherwise, next statement is executed. The statements may themselves be compound statement. Or, basically, it will be compound statement. The if-else statement is used to execute only one condition. If there are two statements to be executed alternatively, then if-else statement is used. The if-else statement is a two-way branching. You can see here flowchart. In this flowchart, there is a if condition, and if the condition is true, then body of if will execute. Otherwise, it will, if the condition is false, then it will go to body of else. Now, in this flowchart, there is a flow of if else conditions shown here, and you can see the syntax of the if else statements. In this case, here you have to put the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute statement 1. Otherwise, in case of the first condition is false, it will execute the statement 2. next statement. So this is the syntax of if else statements, and now with the help of an example I will explain you how it will work. So in this program there are two variables x and y, and values of x and y you have to enter from keyboard. So with the help of scanf function you will input the values. In this case, if x is greater than y, here the comparison of x and y occurs. If is a reserved word, and in parenthesis x will compare with y, value of x with compare with value of y. In case the condition is true, then it will print x is greater. Else, if a condition the above condition is false, then it will print y is greater. So you can see in the example here, enter the value of x and y. Here I also input the value 6 which is assigned to x, and 5 which is assigned to y. So in this case, because x is greater than y, so it will print message x is greater. Otherwise, if you enter value like 15 and 20, where 15 assigned to variable x and value 20 is assigned to y, so in this case the condition is false. So the next statement will execute, that is y is greater. So to more clear it, you just type this program in Turbo C editor, compile it and execute it, so that you can clear the concept of if else statement. Next statement is else if letter. You can see in the slide, it is also known as nested if else statement. In this case, there are a number of conditions where you have to face. So you will use else if ladder. In this case, suppose condition whatever condition you provide here, it will if it will true, then body of if will execute. Otherwise, if the condition first condition is false, then it will go to the next condition. Here it also check the condition. If this is true, then it will execute body of else. Otherwise, if the condition again false, then it will jump to the next else if condition. Here also again it will check the condition. In case of condition is true, then body of else if execute. Otherwise, in case of the condition is false, it will go to body of else. So this is the example of if else ladder. Here you can see the number of conditions. You have to face various conditions. You can see here there is a variable, that is day, which is of integer type. Here the main objective of this program is to just find out the day. User have to enter the value, numeric value, and it will show you the day. Here Monday is assigned to 1, and Tuesday assigned to 2, and 3 is assigned to Wednesday, like this. So when you press 7, it will print Sunday. When you press 4, then it will print Thursday, like that. So in this case, you have to first input the value. Suppose you enter here 2, then the value 2 is assigned to the variable day, which is stored at the variable day. It will compare if day is equals to 1. If the condition is true, then it will print Monday. Otherwise, suppose you enter here 2, then this condition will false, and it will execute else if body. Here else if day equals to 2, then it will print Tuesday. One thing you have to keep in mind here, uh, thus I shown you in syntax of if also. You cannot put the semicolon here after if condition, otherwise it will stop working. Here, if day is equals to 3, then it will print Wednesday. Like that you can input values from 1 to 7, and you just expand the program and you can check the correct day. So in the example I have entered here 2, so it will print Tuesday. To just clear it out, just to type the program in text editor and compile it, execute it. Then it will be more beneficial to you. You will clear the concept. Now I will discuss about the switch case statement. The switch statements provides means for checking a given expression and selecting one course of action among the various actions available. Switch statements comprises basically two sections. Section 1 is identified. Section 1, that is switch. Here uh, in the bracket it is written expression. Here you have to provide the expression. So section 1 is identified by switch keywords. Here switch is a reserved word and contains the expression that is to be evaluated. Here you have to put the expression, whatever expression you want to evaluate. And next section comprises of multiple case statements which clearly associate all possible outcomes of the expressions and the actions to be found in each case. So here you can see the section 1, that is switch, and next section start from open curly brace, case value 1. Value 1 is equals to a particular constant, a variable, and if the case value match with value 1, then it will execute block 1 and then it will break. Otherwise, if in case of value matched with value 2, then it will execute block 2. And the last one is here you can see default. Default means if there is no value matched with any case, then it will execute default. Whatever you message right here in front of default, it will execute. So here you can see the flowchart, switch statements, flowchart. Switch statements start just like with expression, and in case of case 1, value matches with case 1, it will execute block 1, then break. Otherwise, if it execute with case 2, then block 2 will execute. Otherwise, if there is no match with case 1 or case 2, then it will automatically execute that is default case, and the statement whatever written in the statement. A switch statement is used when there is a choice as to which code to execute depending on the value of constant expressions. Different cases are presented here and are checked one by one to see if one case matches the value of the constant expression. If a case matches, that block of code executed. If none of the case matches, the default code is executed. The switch case statement is multiple branch selection statement also, which successively test the value of an expression against a list of integer or constant. A switch statements allow you to choose a block of statements among several alternatives. The syntax here you can see example of this, and you can see the syntax here. With the help of syntax, you can arrange the statements of program. Here you can see the flowchart I told you, and with the help of an example I want to more clear you. So see the example here. As we told you, this statement contains two sections. One is that is contain expression. Here you can see a variable that is num, which is assigned to a particular value. In this case here it is 8. So this value you can input from keyboard also. Whatever value you will scan here, and you can assign the value to num variable. And the statement is started from switch statement. Here num is written as an expression. Whatever value you will provide to variable num, it will copy here uh, at place of num. Then it opens curly braces. First statement written case 7. Next one is case 8. Next one is case 9. So you can see here the statements under the specific case written. That is under the case 7 it is written printf value is 7. Then break. Suppose you provide value of num is 7. Then it if it match with 7, then it will print value is 7. Then it will break the program. Otherwise, suppose you provide value to num 8, that is match with next case, that is case 8. So in this case the statement is written here printf value is 8, then it will print break. So like that you can provide number of statements here, and whenever the value match with the particular case, then it will execute the particular statements. And if there is no match of any case, then it will execute default value. Like you can put here any kind of message, that is you can write here out of range, invalid, not match found, no, do not match with any case, like that you can mention here. So you can see here in this example switch is a reserved word and case is also a reserved word. One thing you have to also keep in mind, case and the particular value, you have to put a particular space, one space between case and the value, and followed by the colon symbol, that is label. Colon symbol indicates the label. Then you have to write the statements followed by semicolon. You can use break. Break is optional. Uh, this is not mandatory. Always you use break, but it depend upon the situation. It depend upon the need. Suppose you want to break the program as match occurs, then you can use break after each and every statements. But if you will not use break, then it will check continuously all the cases one by one. If there is no match, then automatically it will execute the default case. So default is a reserved word, break is a reserved word, case is a reserved word, here switch is also kind of reserved word. And the last statement which is written here, return 0. Return 0 is I told you earlier, it is the alternative of void. Suppose you write here in the program before main void. So if you write void, then there is no need to write return here, because I have not used here void following to main. So return statements is used just to suppress the warning of the message. So in this program you can see the 3-step process. First step is the value which is assigned to a particular variable, and next statement that is switch. It will match, it will copy value whatever you assign to num to switch, and when the value passed to switch, it will match with the case, particular case. So in this example, in this case, it will match with case 8. That is the third step of the program. So the output of the result will be the value is 8, then it will break the program and done the program. You will get the result of the program. So in this lecture, I have discussed many concepts of control statements like if-else ladder, if-else ladder flowchart, if-else statements, its syntax, flowchart, if statements, various conditional uh, statements we have discussed here. And just to more clear these concepts, you have to write the program in turbo c editor, write one example for each statement and compile it, execute it, and provide different values to the particular program, and you can see the output of the various statements, so that you can clear the concept of each and every statements. Okay, now I will show you example of if condition uh, by executing. You can see the program. I will compile it and execute and show you how if condition will work. Here there are two variables as I show you in the slides. I have written a real example here. So there are two value I have to scan from keyboard, that is x and y. So first I will compile the program. First you compile. You can compile with the help of Alt F9, or you can Alt C. You can press Alt C. Now program is successfully running. Now just run the program. Click here, run. Now I will provide the value to x. Suppose I have given to x, sorry, okay. So first I will input here 5, then no, first I again execute it, run the program and provide 5 which is assigned to x, and will press 5 that will assign to y. Now here you can see the example, y is greater because first value is assigned to value x and 6 is assigned to value to variable y. So uh, uh, you can see the condition, if x is greater than y, then it will execute first statement, that is x is greater. Otherwise, if y is greater, then it will execute y is greater. Now I will run again the program and I will enter here 10 which is assigned to y, and then give value 5 to y. Sorry, okay, 5 to y. So in this case it will print x is greater because value x is assigned to value 10 assigned to x and value 5 is assigned to y. Here x is greater than, so the first condition is executing here, and when I again enter value, suppose 22x and 52y, in this case it will print y is greater. So in this case you also just type a program and execute, so that you can clear the concept. Here if condition is written, this condition will, if this condition will false, then it will execute next statement. Now I will show you another example of else if ladder. Else if ladder, this program. Now in this program I have taken an variable day, that is of integer type. I will enter here a numerical value which is assigned to the variable day, and according to the value it will execute. Here you can see the number of statements of else if. That's why it is called else if letter. This is the same example as shown you in the previous slides. uh, I advise you to, when you write a program, when then you can expand the program. I have taken here all the variables, all the days: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday. So in this case, suppose day is equals to 6, then it will print Saturday. And suppose because there will be no other day except Sunday, so the last statement is else. There is no need to check the condition. If the value whatever you are going to input between 1 to 6, so it will print the corresponding day, otherwise it will print a Sunday. But in this case, suppose you press any other value, then it will again and again print Sunday. So here there is a mistake. I have to use again here. I have to write condition else if control insert, just to paste here, set insert. Okay, I will write here else if day is equals to 7. Okay, now it will print just delete it. Now it will print Sunday. Okay, now here you have to enter the value between 1 to 7, otherwise it will not give any result. So first I will save it, Alt Fs, because of modified value can must save. Now compile the program. Now it is success. Now run the programs, Alt plus R or Control plus F9. So here enter the day number. Suppose you provide 1, then it will print Monday. Okay, again you have to execute program. Just to clear the screen, write here CLR SCR, just to clear the previous output on the screen. So again first you have to save, then run the program. Now I will provide value 2. Now it will print Tuesday. Okay, again if you run again, and suppose you give here 7, so it will print Sunday. So this, the F is ladder, or you can say nested if statements will execute. You can see here the various statements. If day is equals to 1, then do this. Else if day equals to this, then do this. Else if day is equals to 3, then print Wednesday, like that. All the statements will check, and according to the condition, according to the value, it will print the result. So this example is also known as else if ladder, or you can say nested if, because if statement under the another if. So here with this example I told you how if else statement execute. Now with the help of another example, I will show you the switch statements. Okay, first I have to larger the screen. Okay, first adjust the screen. This is switch statements. Yes. Now with this example, I will demonstrate you how to work switch case statement. Now you can see here there is an example of char type variable, that is here char is a data type, and grade is a variable. Means grade is a character type variable. CLRSCR, just to clear the screen. Here one message will display, enter the grades. With this program, I want to check the grades of students, and corresponding to the grade of students, it will display the result. Suppose the grade you will provide A, then it will print outstanding. If user provide grade B, then it will display excellent. And suppose in case of grade C, it will display well done. In case of D, it will print passed. And in case of F, whatever message you print here, better try again, or you can write here failed. You can write here failed also. I'm writing here FAIL failed. Okay, but whatever, if the grade will not matches with A, B, C, D, E, F, then it will execute default statement, that is invalid grades. Means value you have to provide within the range. Means because the range is from A to F only, so you have to enter here grades between A to F. So you just see here, grade is a kind of variable that is of character type. So format specifier here used, that is %C. Switch is a reserve word, and this expression, this is the expression place where I have passed here the variable grade. So whatever grade user will enter, it will store into the place of grade and passed into switch. So it will start comparing from here. First it will compare with case A. Suppose user will provide A, then it will matches with A, and in case of condition true, then it will print outstanding. Otherwise it will compare with next statement, then it will compare another case, then another case, and whatever case match with the particular value provided by the user, it will display the result. Otherwise, if there will be no case matches with the value provided by user, then by default it will print invalid grade. And finally it will print the matches. Your grade is %D, whatever in grade will print here. Now get here, just to hold the screen and end up the program. Now I will show you by executing this. Just first I have to compile it, check error, no, it is success. Now execute the program, run the program. Now here message displays, enter the grades. Suppose you enter here A. Now it will print your grade is A, that is outstanding, and your grade is A. Just because of message I have given bottom of the program, your grade is whatever grade will be print here, and message is outstanding. Suppose I again run it, and suppose you provide grade C, then it will print well done because of the message well done given in printf statement, and your grade is C, whatever grade you print here. Now you have to one thing keep in mind that as I told you earlier, in case of C language, a small a and capital A both are different thing. So in case of you provide here grade as a smaller letter in case of A. Now you can see it will be invalid because of a small a is not specified in a program. When you press, then it will print invalid grade because a small a and capital A both are different thing here. Both are treated by C compiler differently. So switch is reserved word, case is a reserved word. Case, then the constant by which the value will be compared, and this is the symbol of colon, that is called label. So Then now you have to study this program properly. You see the program here. I have used default case also, I'm showing here, and this is the last message. This message is optional. Printf your grade is, otherwise just to enhance the understandability of the program, you can use this statement. So I advise you all to just write the program again in your machine and execute it properly, so that you can understand the concept of switch case statement, FLs statements properly.